Hello there, people of the internet. So I was under the impression that this was common knowledge, but apparently it's not. I have kind of made videos on this in the past, but I haven't made like a dedicated video to this. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it because it might actually save somebody's rifle out there. You probably recognize exactly what this is, even inside of the bandolier here. As a matter of fact, I probably should have unbuttoned this before I started filming, but I did not. There we go. This is surplus Turkish 8mm Mauser ammunition, and this right here has been on the market for a little while now. This stuff is not hard to find, and I mean, even if you had even the slightest ability to find ammunition, you'd be able to find that stuff. They don't exactly sell it at Walmart, but every military surplus and ammunition department online is selling the stuff right now. It's just coming in by large numbers. And it's not very expensive ammunition, and there's a reason for that. You get what you pay for. So this surplus Turkish stuff oftentimes is reliable ammo, meaning it will go off whenever you pull the trigger. Now if you have yourself like a Mauser firing pin spring that is like old, then you might want to get yourself a new one, perhaps even a heavier one. So if you try running this stuff and you're getting a lot of duds and hang fires, maybe try doing that. That would probably help you out. I know in my Car 98 here, which is what we're going to be rocking today, I have a 26-pound firing pin spring in this bad boy, aftermarket. And I do have the original firing pin spring if I ever feel like throwing the original back in here. But that stuff sets off this Turkish ammunition just fine. That being said, this Turkish ammunition was not stored very well in whatever storage conditions it is that the people over there in Turkey were storing the ammunition in. I don't know the full, workaround as to how this ammunition was stored, but I do know that this ammunition burns significantly hotter than other 8mm Mauser ammunition. Now, it's not because this was designed to be incredibly hot ammunition. The fact of the matter is that just as the gunpowder and whatnot inside this ammunition deteriorated from poor storage conditions, it now burns at a much faster rate than it would have originally burned. And as a result, the ammunition, as it is set off, generates way higher pressures than it normally would. Now, out of a bolt-action rifle like my Car 98 Mauser right here, out of something like this, that's not really a problem. This action is more than strong enough to be able to handle the pressures that this Turkish 8mm Mauser is looking to handle. However, I had a buddy of mine. Oh boy, my stories where I talk about my buddies is always a favorite on the YouTube channel. I had a buddy of mine, and we were talking about Turkish 8mm Mauser. And he had said, yeah, I just got some off the internet, and I got a bunch of it for not that much money. I'm like, yeah, you can get it pretty damn cheap right now. He says, yeah, I can't wait to run it through my Hakim. And I was like, no, no, we don't do that here. Do not run Turkish ammunition through a Hakim. Do not run it through any kind of self-loading rifle. Just because of how hot the ammunition is, you will blow up that rifle. Like, this ammunition burns way hotter than the original 8mm Mauser ammunition was designed to burn at, and that rifle is not designed for those kind of pressures. Do not run this ammunition through a self-loading rifle of any kind. As a matter of fact, I know 2 different people at this point who have had rifles blow up on them because they were running surplus Turkish ammunition through a self-loading rifle. Bolt-action rifle, run it all day long. I don't care about that. As a matter of fact, I got to blow some funk out of the barrel of this rifle here because I was doing some cleaning and I got some funk inside of it. Let's go ahead and do that with an 8mm Mauser around here. Oh, Nelly. That is quite the stout cartridge. Yeah, normally whenever I clean my rifles, what I will do, and this is the Turkish 8mm Mauser stuff is corrosive, you will have to clean your rifle afterwards, but I normally just use like paper towels to clean the barrel of this thing. Now, normally you would not want to use paper towels because it does leave like little bits of debris and whatnot inside of your firearm. I mean, that's really not that big of a deal to me. But if you were taking your rifle hunting, like especially long range hunting, and your first shot had to be right dead on, then maybe having bits of paper towel inside of your barrel would not be the best choice. However, on a range setting like this, where all I'm doing is sending lead at a steel target at 40 yards, not a big deal. Now this Turkish ammunition out of a Kar 98 is not grouped very well. So I think like at 100 yards I was getting like, I don't know, 6 to 8 inch groups with this thing, if memory serves me correctly. I had to get more 8mm Mauser rifles, honestly. Oh, it also shoots very high out of the Kar 98 Mauser here. Like, just this Turkish stuff in general, I find shoots high out of basically all of my 8mm Mauser rifles, including Turkish Mausers. So this stuff does fire. I don't think I've ever had an issue with Turkish ammunition not getting set off with a heavy firing pin spring. So if you are having problems, just swap out your firing pin spring, you'll probably be able to set off that ammunition. And a lot of times your Turkish ammunition does come with little stripper clips, so that's also a big plus, because you can just reload these with more 8mm Mauser ammunition. A lot of times these will come in bandoliers like this. This is actually a really nice little setup, and you can shove whatever kind of caliber ammunition you want in these things. I take these hunting whenever I go out with like 308 caliber rifles, or 30-06 caliber rifles, or hell, you can shove M1 Grand clips in this thing. Ask me how I know. But the bandoliers are actually a really convenient little thing, and a lot of times when you buy this surplus Turkish stuff, they come with the rifle, and I have oil all over my glasses here. But like I said, the 8mm Mauser here is corrosive, so I will have to go and clean out the barrel on this thing. Cleaning out corrosive ammunition is not as difficult as people claim it to be. Yeah, I blew all the funk out of there. And the reason why I wanted to blow the funk out of this thing is because I'm probably going to take this Kar 98 hunting with me this year, and we are getting into season. So yeah, remember what I said about wanting your Kar 98 to, well, wanting any of your barrel to not have little bits of debris and whatnot in it if you need to take a precise, exact shot? Well, as a matter of fact, as I'm looking through this Turkish ammunition, you always want to check out your ammunition before you fire it, especially if it's surplus. This particular one does have a crack in the head right there, right on the neck of the cartridge case. I hope that's showing up on camera all right. This is just a GoPro, so I can't actually see what it sees. So hopefully that shows up on camera. So I will not be firing this round. I'll probably pull the bullet and use the bullet and the gunpowder as components, and not the primer, because the primer these are Bird and Prime. Bird and Prime, I mean, you can reload them. You use like a hydraulic method and whatnot to try and reload these bastards, but there's no good ideal way to reload Bird and Prime primers. If this was reloadable brass, like boxer primed ammunition, then that would actually be really nice. You know what? I have this little stripper clip right here with just 4 rounds in it. Let's go ahead and send some rounds here. I'm going to put this in my pocket so I don't end up accidentally shooting it here. Now, I will not be hunting with this Turkish ammunition just because of the laws of places where I will be hunting at, and I definitely need like soft point expandable ammunition. I imagine this right here would probably do the job, but just due to laws and restrictions, I will have to use modern hunting ammunition. And the modern loads that I use in this Kar 98 actually hit like right on target. Now this Turkish stuff, like I said, has quite the group size at 100 yards. Whereas my modern ammunition does not. Of course, you get what you pay for. My modern ammunition is like $2 a round. So I want to send this Turkish stuff into the dirt right here. I want to see what kind of crater we get in the dirt. I've shot the dirt with 8mm Mauser before, and it never gets old, I'll be honest here. Ah, Nelly. Alright, I'm going to go look at that crater. Survey says, yep, that's quite the sizable crater. Now, Florida is kind of dry right now. Normally it rains, but right now we're getting into the drier weather. So whenever the ground is wet, we see like a significant hole in the ground get made from 8mm Mauser. As a matter of fact, let me shoot a low spot, see if it's any wetter, and maybe we'll get some better impact. I'd say right there. That looked like quite the impact, but that still looked pretty dry to me. You know what? I've got us a bowling pin here that I feel like needs some attention. I'm willing to guarantee that this 8mm Mauser round is going right through that bowling pin. Whew, mama, that put quite the hole in that bowling pin. You know, bowling pins are actually more durable than I had previously gave them credit for. I actually shot a bowling pin with a 44 Magnum in a previous video of mine, and yeah, the bowling pin did not care. The 44 Magnum did not go through the bowling pin. I was astonished. Oh, get out of here, you lousy bowling pin. Does that count as a strike? We'll count that as a strike. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. I do appreciate your time. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are down below. I'm sure somebody's going to go down in the comments and say, I run this Turkish ammunition. I ran 1,000 rounds through my Hakim with absolutely no problem whatsoever. And I know the Hakim has an adjustable gas system on it, but just the way that the system works, even if you have the gas system like wide open, it's still not a good idea. Those are prone to being really, really, really sensitive to the amount of gas that is put back into the system. And you don't want to run hot Turkish ammunition through any self-loading 8mm Mauser rifle. Bolt actions, run them all day long. I don't care. No one cares. I would be cautious about like the old school 88 style bolt actions, because those aren't nearly as strong as the 98 models, like this Car 98 right here. But I'm willing to bet that it would probably still be okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. Did I already say that? I think that I did. I have a couple videos that I want to make today, so I'm actually going to end this video right here because my time is limited. So thanks for watching, folks. Like the video, subscribe, share, comment, etc., etc. If you want to help support the channel, I do have Utreon and Patreon. Links to those in the description below. That being said, you guys go off, have yourself a fantastic day, and I'm probably going to leave this out here because having a Car 98 that I now have to clean, I may as well run a bunch of ammo through it. Yeah, that actually sounds like a fun time. You guys go off, have yourself a fantastic day. Since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. The poor man's Garrett. Shame that bolt action shotguns aren't more mainstream.